Hello and welcome back to Seaside Garage. I was actually going to do some work on the brakes on the Porsche today, but I realized that I have to do way more work than the brakes, so that will be in the next video because I'm waiting on even more parts for the Porsche. This car is known to handle really well, and there are some components in here that makes that not possible, so I would like to fix that, of course. So what I want to do in this video is to attend to the rusty bit right here. That could be a little bit complicated, and it would be nice to just get another wing. But I have to keep the cost down a little bit. I don't have a doubt in my mind that I can fix it so it can go through an MOT, but I'm slightly worried that I can fix it so it looks all right. But I'm gonna show you up close, and then I'm gonna start by removing it. Because this is luckily for me a bolt-on unit, I like to fix it on the car, but it's not really possible in this instance because this is the rusty bit, and it goes around the folding edge right here. So to fix it, I will have to get access to that, either by removing the door or removing the front fender. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the front fender by loosening up those rusty things down there, the not rusty things up here, and a couple of rusty things down there. Nothing has broken so far, which is surprising. As you can see, it's slightly damaged down here. The previous owner, not the guy I bought it from, but the one he bought it from, hit something at some point. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything about that just now because it's not an MOT fail though, but it would be nice to fix at some point, either by replacing or fixing. We'll just have to see. But next up, it's the bolt up top. There was just a little bolt down here also. I lifted up the pop-up lights. They can actually be activated by a lever back here without the electricity being on, which is nice. The previous car I got with pop-up light had a rod that you had to pull up, which was a bit crude. But anyway, I think I can take off the front wing now. There we go. Nice. So this is it. This is the rust that I am trying to fix. I'm going to try to fix. Quite surprisingly, it's actually double skinned back here. I was thinking it just folded around and then had a ledge, but as you can see, it actually folds around. But what I'm going to do now is to clean it up and see how much of this is gone, and if the ledge back here is actually completely gone or savable. It's been fixed before. There's a lot of filler at least. But I'm gonna cut away the rust and see what I'm left with. Okay, so I'm gonna try to fix this, but to be honest, I would like to see if I can find another wing for this at some point, because this in here is pretty rotten also. Not the mounting points, but this one, and it will transfer rust in over time. So, but what I want to do is to just weld it up and make it look a little prettier and MOT ready, because you cannot have a rust hole like that. But I think it would be better to see if I can find another one that is a little better and also fix the dent up there that way. Because otherwise I would have to remove this entire piece, and I think it will be too hard to fix. So I'm just going to do that, and then hopefully it will be okay, at least for a couple of years. I'm going to use one of these to make the repair panel. But what I want to do is to make this repair in three pieces. I want to make this repair down to the line right there. Then I want to make this repair down here. It will be slightly bigger though, but this down here. And then in the end, I will make that edge because I think that's the only way to make it crisp. This back here, put some rust converter on it, and hopefully it will last a while. But it's a bit rotten, but it is just. It has nothing to do with the rigidity of the car, remember, so it's just a cosmetic. I think the curvature is pretty good, but this one goes almost straight. It's very hard to make this curve, so I'm not gonna try to do that. But what I want to do is to mark it up right here and then bend this part in to follow this one. What I want to do is to make a cut like this to bend it in. There we go. And then I'm going to attempt to mark up that line right there and then cut that and then worry about the last part later. Like that, and then cut that. Well, I don't think I have anything to lose, so just try to bend this part down to follow this and then weld that up to the other part. I think I'm going to try that at least. Yeah, that will work. I will have to cut it there though. Okay, I think this is decent. Now I want to cut this down a bit to fit just a little bit better, and then I want to cut it all to shape later. Like that. Cut that out. There we go. And then I'm gonna scribe this shape to the panel using this tool which is made by a wizard from Slovenia. That's important to have one of those. And then I'm going to cut that out, and I'm actually going to cut right on the line with my cutting disc because that will leave enough room for the weld. So this is going to be okay, I think. Remember, it's not going to be perfect. It is Seaside Garage, and this back here is not too great either, but it will look just fine with a bit of filler and hopefully the correct color, which I'm trying to find. So I'm going to start up the welder. I got the welder set for spot welds up here. That's the reason. I just thought the material was too thin, but I got way too much power on it. That was the problem. But now I'm going to weld it up. Also weld this slit. Also weld this cut I made. Letting it cool a bit, and then I'm going to weld the rest of it up. I need to do something about this area, but other than that, it will work. This is where we are at now. Not perfect, but it's decent. And as mentioned, I might end up trying to replace this entire fender, or wing, but it will be more than good enough for MOT. The next bit that I'm currently working at is this piece that I want to go into there and cut and fit together like that. Cut it down a little bit and then fit it something like that. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to scribe that. Onto the wing. and then cut that away. Much to my luck, there is a very thick layer of filler already, so it will be possible to make it pretty decent, at least. So this is it. I'm not going to do more about that other than, of course, I'm going to put some filler on and then I'm going to paint it. Unfortunately, I don't have the correct paint coat just yet. I am hoping to get a hold of the previous owner to figure out the paint coat, because that would be nice to have. Otherwise, it's so hard to color match if you don't have it. But it will look all right. It will not be perfect. It will be visible, but there's a couple of spots on the car already like this, so it will not matter too much. But thanks for watching. I'm waiting for parts for the engine to continue work on that. I'm also waiting for some parts for the rest of the car. My plan for today was actually to fix the brakes, fit new brake discs and all that, but it turns out that the lower wishbones, I think I would call them, needs to be changed, so I'm waiting on those, and it doesn't really make sense to put brakes on and then take it all apart again, so I'm gonna wait with that. Anyway, small progress on the Porsche. I might make a video about the filler process and the paint process. I haven't decided yet. We're just gonna have to see, but thank you for watching and see you in the next one.